Coming to paperback and e-readers this Black Friday, E-Steam Ascension, The Devilish Demon reaches a turning point in our life in this powerful E-Steam series story at E-Steam Ascension at online bookstores this Black Friday. I was thinking about the rumors of my videos being posted on this Ghetto Gaggers website, and it made me think about this group called the Sisters Overcoming Stereotypes. Now, over the spring and the summer of this year, you had a group of black women decide they were going to form a non-profit to deal with black men degrading the black female image. And they created this non-profit called Sisters Overcoming Stereotypes, and they raised over $9,000 on GoFundMe as the startup money for their non-profit. And I find it interesting that this group of black women decided that the black men on YouTube who present differences of opinion are more of a threat to the black female image than the white men who openly degrade the image of black women and have openly degraded the image of black women over the last several years on this Ghetto Gaggers website. You would think that they would take this Ghetto Gaggers website and make it a priority and put it to be the first site to target in the crosshairs of their campaign. This would be the website that would literally make the statement that the sisters are serious about overcoming stereotypes. Getting this website taken down, you would think, would be the #1 goal of a nonprofit organization created to overcome stereotypes regarding black women. Because on this Ghetto Gaggers website, the stereotype of the Mammy and the Jezebel are presented on the regular. This is what this website's primary mission is all about. Breathing new life into the old stereotypes of the Mammy and the Jezebel on the regular, and moreover, participating in pornographic films that present sexual violence against black women. Again, when you have a website that presents stereotypes about black women and presents sex scenes which are featuring sexual violence, you would think that an organization, a nonprofit dedicated to dealing with the degradation of the black female image and preventing the degradation of the black female image would be targeting this Ghetto Gaggers organization and the web hosts of this organization almost from day one. But no, for them, the priority is black men presenting differences of opinion on YouTube. And for them, they believe that black men presenting a critique of black women is degrading to the black female image. And that's a really dysfunctional viewpoint. Now, the viewpoints that black men present in these YouTube videos, these are just differences of opinion. These are just them venting their ideas and talking about how they view black women and making criticisms of the behaviors that they find to be dysfunctional about black women. They do not promote the harm of black women, and they do not promote violence against black women. I've watched many videos from many of the people who were presented on that YouTube hit list, and most of them, again, are just open critiques of black women, fair and balanced critiques of black women, and observations of the behaviors that they find to be dysfunctional about black women and how those behaviors have led to the decline of the black community. However, we look in contrast at your Ghetto Gaggers website. Your Ghetto Gaggers website, again, is a website where black women have been depicted as being slapped by white men wearing Confederate flag shirts, white men yelling at black women, white men stomping on black women, white men kicking black women, white men using the N-word regarding black women, white men sexually assaulting black women, and white men participating in sex acts which border on looking like sexual assault and rape. Basically promoting the degradation of a black woman, promoting sexual violence against black women, and promoting criminal behavior regarding the black female and promoting the idea that it is okay to participate in criminal acts against black women. Again, you would think that there would be the primary goal and the first target of this organization would be the Ghetto Gaggers website and getting it shut down, because what is presented on this Ghetto Gaggers website is clearly obscene by community standards. If I went to the FCC and filed a complaint, I could form the argument that this website is obscene by community standards, because any community, if I presented this material to them, would be completely offended and completely disgusted by it, and they would consider it obscene. This is not pornography. Pornography is sexual expression. It's basically people having sex on camera, and it eventually ends in a sex act. It's a complete sex act from start to finish. This is an act of sexual violence. Moreover, it is an act of racial violence. It's basically a hate crime being presented on screen, and presents and promotes hatred of black women. But no one at SOS sees this as a promotion of the stereotype, and no one has a campaign to overcome the stereotypes presented in Ghetto Gaggers. And the reason why they don't want to confront the owners of this website is because they deify this white man, they worship this white man, and they're afraid to confront him and hold him to the same standard that God holds all men to, the same standard that says that all men are the same and all men are supposed to be accountable to the living God. And you would think with a Christian as part of this group, this would be one of the tenets of going after this website and trying to get it taken down. And the plan for taking this website down, again, is very simple. Again, you're going to the FCC to file a complaint, one, about the obscenity of this website and the obscene content on it as related to community standards, and two, you're going to go to the web host, which is a website like a GoDaddy or one of these other websites, excuse me for burping, and you're going to file a complaint with them saying that they have obscene content on their website, and that you're going to go out here and organize a boycott of all the other companies that have websites on their servers. And if you did those two things, this website would quickly be taken down. But what's really interesting to me about this whole situation is about 2 years ago, I proposed these two exact same solutions for dealing with this website. The same videos that your Ghetto Gaggers want to put on their website to say that they want to make fun of, not understanding that by doing that, they have just violated U.S. copyright law. Because when you take somebody's content without their permission, that is a violation of the U.S. copyright law. And that, again, is another case for me to go after them. Now, again, I find it very interesting that all these educated, professional black women, one of which is a writer, the other which is a lawyer, has not decided, you know what, if we really are serious about overcoming stereotypes and want to fulfill the mission of our nonprofit, our first priority would be taking on this Ghetto Gaggers website. It would not be black men on YouTube. It would be dealing with racist, white supremacist white men and making sure that they don't promote the hatred of black women, sexual violence against black women, and criminal activity against black women. That would be the real mission of a real Sisters Overcoming Stereotypes, because they understand that these stereotypes are not only harmful for black women, but women all over the world. Because when you degrade one woman of one ethnicity, you make it a mission to degrade the image of all women. And that's why I say it's also hypocritical of all these other groups like your Antifas and other organizations who say that they went down to Charlottesville to protest these people over this Confederate statue, but no one said anything about Ghetto Gaggers. That's why I said people like Rose McGowan are hypocrites, because they're sitting there talking about Harvey Weinstein and the cases of sexual assault he participated in, but no protest over Ghetto Gaggers. Moreover, when it comes down to your Rose McGowan, she gets up on a stage with the black woman who says "Me Too" and raises her fist, but doesn't say a single thing about Ghetto Gaggers, a website that has been up about 5, 6, 7 years and has been degrading the image of black women. That's what makes all these females appear to be extremely disingenuous. You're sitting there talking about the degradation of the woman's image, and you really mean the white woman's image. And that's the image that they elevate and put on a pedestal, but meanwhile the black female image, everybody just says it's okay to degrade the black female image. And what's really sad about this is you have all these women who say they formed a nonprofit to overcome the stereotypes that are being presented of black women, but yet they don't have a campaign to deal with this Ghetto Gaggers website. And what's really, really, really sad about it is a guy who has been out of work for 8 going on 9 years proposes a solution to dealing with the Ghetto Gaggers website over 2 years ago, and no one else decides they want to take any serious and constructive action towards dealing with this website. I would think with all these black women having all the skills and education that they have, having all the resources that they have, because they have far more financial resources than I ever would have right now. And you would think they would use all these resources and tools towards dealing with this website and getting it off the World Wide Web, because here is a website designed to degrade the black female image, promote sexual violence against black females, and promote criminal activity against black females. But black females don't want to take an active role in dealing with this website. When I look at the way these sisters talk about overcoming stereotypes, it shows me that their argument is hollow, their mission is hollow, and they're not dedicated towards really overcoming real stereotypes. As a publisher who produces positive black fiction and tries to present positive images of black women in his media, I am really concerned about the black female image, and I'm really concerned about presenting a balanced and humanized image of black women, because if we don't see black women as human, then how can we have healthy black on black relationships? Because if all we see are the stereotypes about black women, then it's almost impossible for people to see the humanity in black women. And when I look at this whole situation with these sisters overcoming stereotypes, again, it's really sad that the unemployed guy who self-publishes books is more concerned with overcoming stereotypes about black women than the black women who came together, raised $9,000, and formed an organization to dedicate themselves towards this mission. But the guy who has no money is more dedicated and more passionate about their cause than they are. If you'd like to see me make more videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon by clicking the link in the description box. And if you want to see some positive images of black women in fiction, you may do so by clicking the link to Amazon.com in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.